All right, this reading is for Nancy. It is 2:20 a.m. on Christmas Eve. Okay, we have a lot to go through. We got a lot going on astrologically. Sorry for the setup. My iPhone tore up. I had to get tore up. It died. But it was good. It was refurbished. Lasted 4 years, so I'm not complaining about it. Um, so I had to get an Android, and there's not enough storage on there to do readings on my phone. So now I've got a webcam and this. I got my laptop here. You can see my lovely kitchen as a background. This webcam sucks. I can see the pixely self. It looks like I got boogers in my nose, which I don't. Um, so that's just what I have to do for now. That is so weird. It's like somebody tugged on my cord behind the computer. What the fuck? Okay, that's creepy. Because, like, none of the animals are around. And Bella's in her room. Okay, anyway, get back to things. So we got a lot to go over. We got a lot to cover. And let's see. I don't know if you can see it on your side, but, like, the light on my screen's, like, flickering. I don't know. That's weird. But anyway, I've had two energy drinks and coffee, so I may be tripping. And I had Midol, and it's got caffeine in it too. Let's see here. Um, let's get everything covered. I am sorry to hear about Sadie and Klaus. I know that has to absolutely suck and break your heart, and I hate it for you. I really, really, really do. There's nothing like watching a pet or a kid suffer. Um, it's so sad. I always think about Lily and Mazzy, and they were just guinea pigs, and I still like if a memory pop. Why is the shadowing doing that? I wonder if you can see it on your end. Anyway, um, like if a memory pops up on Facebook or my Google Photos or something, it like kills me. Why is the? Do you see the contrast changing? Look at that. That's weird. Okay. Anyway, um, so I hate to hear that, and I'm so sorry. So let's get into everything. We have Yule. We are in Yule right now. Merry Yule. Um, and we're going to go over some little meanings about Yule. I want to keep everybody informed. Oh, and I'm sorry it's taken so long because Friday night the kids were here. And then yesterday or Saturday, I spent all day. I did 5 quizzes and an exam. I spent all day studying psychology, but I have a 92 average now, so yay. Um, but anyway, let's get back into Yule. We have rebirth and renewal, life's resilience, triumph of light over darkness, the power of sun. Um, so that's just some of the spiritual meanings with Yule. And then we had the solstice Saturday, and it symbolizes time of deep introspection, renewal, and the eventual return of light, representing rebirth and fresh starts. So I love that. I need a fresh start. This year has just absolutely sucked. It's been the worst year I've had in 8 years since my dad offed himself and I had cancer all within 6 months. Um, so yeah, this one has just been one thing after the other. Let's see. Now, this Christmas, the moon will transit to Scorpio. You will feel family, community oriented, eager to connect with loved ones. Well, it is Christmas. And you'll be graced with familiarity, comfort, and nurturance, gently attracting others to its light. So love that. I hope we all have a great Christmas. I'm not getting presents for nobody because I don't have the money, but we'll have a big dinner and get together and everybody will be fine. And I'll make sure the kids have something. The little ones. The other ones are old enough to understand. Um, and right now we are in the third quarter moon, and it's a phase where half the moon is illuminated, marking a time of transition, reflection, and letting go. And this is perfect for the new year. Encouraging you to review progress made during the lunar cycle and release what no longer serves you. Preparing for a new beginning with the next moon cycle. Love it. We all need a clean slate and a fresh start. Now I was looking to see if we had if we had Mercury retrograde in 2025 because we just got out of retrograde on the 15th of December. I couldn't find any. I didn't research that much. I haven't had that much time. You're like the sixth reading I've done tonight. But we do have Venus, Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto retrogrades. But 2025 is supposed to be a year of reflection and realignment, and I really hope it is. Now I'm going to go over some stuff I'm going to be using. I'm going to do a little bit of abundance and stuff to bring in some good juju on the new year. For the new year, so I'm going to be using black tea for strength and happiness, focus and relaxation, and preparing the spirit. Then I'm going to be using peppermint oil for love and abundance, renewal and transformation, and mental clarity, protection and healing. So I like that. And then I always like to explain what I'm using because, you may need to use it one day. Then we have feverfew, and in ancient folklore, feverfew was planted around the house for protection and purification. And then it was also used as an amulet to prevent head afflictions and to keep one's bearings straight. So we don't want any head afflictions. I'm guessing that means like mental illness. I don't know. And then we're going to use some spearmint, purification, protection, healing, and meditation. And then I have Egyptian chamomile, and it's associated with the sun. The Egyptians believed chamomile was a gift from the sun god Ra and offered it to him as a form of worship. Chamomile was used in rituals to attract positive energy, good luck, and love. And I don't know if you can see it on this side, but like this camera sucks so bad I can't even read like where it says Egyptian chamomile on top of it. Um, Maybe I should manifest me. Since I'm in communications, I want to start a podcast. I actually have to take a class on podcast. Well, I don't have to. It's like one of my choices I can take. But this coming semester, I'm taking Introduction to Film and Introduction to Digital Media. So I'm excited about that. Let's go over here. And then I'm also going to use some black salt for protection, negativity, cleansing, and creating barriers against negative energy. And I think we all need that. Then I have the red 7-day candle here for spiritual guidance, protection, strength, and courage. And then I'm going to use the Chan moon incense for calming, serene, and reflective energy. I'm trying to zen everybody because this year's been crazy. Christmas is crazy. So, woosah. And I'm also going to be using the handy dandy Florida water. And I've also got all my crystals here. We got selenite tower, rose quartz, amethyst, onyx, and fool's gold pyrite. And I've also got the money rice here to bring us some abundance. So let's get started. Enough of me rambling. And let me get the little mortar here. Our pestle. I get them confused. I can't remember which is which. Let's get some black tea. Get some black salt. We got the chamomile. Spearmint. And the feverfew. I'm going to cleanse your cards. Oh, I need to get the incense too. I have cold chills. And they're like not like cold chills. They're like weird cold chills. I don't know. We'll see what the cards say. So let's get this going. Let me light the incense. Gonna light all this. Oh, it's pretty. And now it's 2:32 a.m. So if you wake up randomly, I'm summoning you. Nancy, 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 Nancy. And I'm going to let this burn just a little bit longer to get some of that good juju out in the world. And I'm going to put this out because it's going to give me a headache. Alright, I'm going to be like Phoebe on that episode of Friends, the Christmas episodes, where she's like standing outside Macy's ringing the bell for the Salvation Army. I'm going to be like, Merry Christmas, here's your joy, here's your joy. I'm putting the joy out into the world. Alright, and I'm going to let that burn out. Now I'm going to cleanse your cards with the Florida water. That smells like Old Spice. Bella says it smells like an old man. I'm also going to cleanse off the space some. Milo's mad because he can't get on the table tonight because I've got it all taken. Alright. So we got everything cleansed. We're ready to go. And we're going to start off with the Zodiac deck like we always do. Nancy. 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 Nancy, Nancy, Nancy. Nancy, Nancy, Nancy. Nancy, Nancy, Nancy. All right. And I'm going to set these over here so you know I'm not changing out any cards. And we have Sagittarius. We just left Sagittarius season. It is Capricorn season right now. And remember, Capricorns are the CEO of the Zodiac. They're all about business and power and money. Sagittarius is, I get along with them. I've only met one in my whole life that I didn't like. They're very sexual energy, full of energy, life of the party. They do tend to have tempers though. Mars. The god of war. The Roman god Mars represents the energy of war, aggression, and masculine power, often associated with primal drive to fight, protect, and got it backwards. That's the wrong one. Fight, protect, and achieve, but also the potential for destructive force if not channeled properly. He is seen as a guardian of the warrior spirit and the ability to take action to secure peace through strength, similar to the concept of protective father figure in some interpretations. Okay, we'll see how he connects to everything else. And then we have Earth. And I love it. I don't even have to like Google this. I mean, it is Mother Earth, divine feminine, nature, Earth Day. I mean, just everything. It's just a wonderful, loving card right there. And we got the Earth signs, and the Earth signs are also Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. We're in Capricorn. So there's that. We'll see how these connect with the other ones. And now I am going to get the Oracle deck, Wisdom of the House of Night, based on the Vampire Book series by PC Cast. And we're going to do Nancy, Nancy, Nancy. So Nancy, 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 Nancy. All right. Send these over here. And we have the Grove. And you would think after I've been reading these for 4 years, I would still know them. But no, I am senile and I can't remember any of them. Now's the time to apologize to anyone you have harmed. So that may connect back to the Mars card. Make your friendships whole again and choose healing over anger and pain. Choosing the Grove is a powerful sign that you are at a wondrous and strong time in your life. Show compassion and kindness to others. No one is perfect, yet imperfection is perfect as it is. If you are hurting, know that it will pass. If someone you love is hurting, take this time to be there for the person. The Sacred Grove heals all aches and pains, especially a heart that has been wounded. So we'll see how that connects with the others. The Warrior. And then we had Mars. Let's see how these connect. Whatever you're experiencing right now, all will be well. If your question is regarding love, this card represents someone who is deeply committed, protective, and kind to you. Friendship and love are sacred, and these qualities are important for a friendship to grow. If this person doesn't have these qualities, then move on. For you will be sent someone that is true with a warrior spirit. Remember, life is about learning and discerning who is true and who is not. There is another message here. Do you embody these qualities in yourself? Now is a good time to think about how committed you are to your path. All right, well, let's see. Risk. This has come up in every reading I've done tonight. That is crazy. The risk is telling you to look before you leap. Rather than worry about how things will turn out, why not take the leap of faith? No matter what happens, something important will be experienced. This is a sign that you can prove something to yourself. And when you accomplish it, you will be proud that you did. Another meaning here is to ask yourself about your next action. Is it worth the risk you are taking? If the answer is no, don't do it. If yes, you will be given wings to fly. The symbol also brings a gentle warning. Your risk shouldn't be motivated by boredom. This is the symbol of consequences as well as courage. I'm trying to connect the dots here. Let's see what else we got. Strength. So, courage. The warrior, Mars, the risk was talking about courage, and now you got strength popping up. Does it seem as if nothing goes your way and that everyone else appears to be having a good time? Be strong. Drawing this symbol means that no matter what is happening in your life, you have the strength to endure all experiences. Like an ancient oak whose tree cannot be uprooted by the mightiest storm, you will know a strength that comes from within. You will win this game of life. You have the strength to face any situation now. I love that card. That it's such a good feeling card. And then you have choices. Hmm, what is going on here? You're just all over the place tonight. Like everybody else's readings have like all connected together, but you're just like good, maybe good, 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 maybe good. Well, there ain't none that's like super bad, so that's good so far. Do you know that? This goes back to the story. Right now, you are faced with such a choice. All you need to do is ask, is this for the highest good? The choice you make will be an important step in your life lessons. Remember, even not deciding is a choice. What will it be? Choose another card to show what your choice will bring. See, I don't even know if you can see these because of how shitty the camera quality is. So let's get you another card over here. So we're going to do Nancy, Nancy, and Nancy. The High Priestess of Air. The air is about balance. You need some balance in your life, and I think that's going with your choices and your strengths and your risk. And the air signs are Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, and they are all about balance. They do not like conflict. Logical thinking, of course, reason, and using your mind to consider the next right actions are quality encouraged by the High Priestess of Air. So actions. Consider next quality. Okay, so you definitely have a choice. You're trying to decide something. Now is the time to think before you act. Like I just said, look before you leap. You are blessed with a wondrous mind and imagination. Your ability to communicate is enhanced when you meet the High Priestess of Air. This is the moment you have reasonable conversations and make calculated decisions. Okay, so it's all starting to come together now. There's a conflict. You need that strength. You need to stand up for yourself. You're trying to make a decision. You're about to take a risk. And you also want balance in your life. Um, Letting go. Well, it is a new year. We need to put everything in the past behind us. We need to start 2025 with a clean slate. And then we have letting go. Let it go. Let it go. Can't hold back anymore. The symbol comes to remind you that freedom is important to everyone. If you love something, set it free. Don't hold on too tight, lest you chase it away. You have the freedom at this time to choose whatever you want. Let others do the same. You will be so happy you did. Miracles come when you let go and allow the magic to happen of its own accord. Are you having relationship problems? Because I see a man, because we have the warrior, the Mars, the letting go, the choices, the risk, more choices, the strength. Let's pull out the Holy Grail. Let's pull out the big guns. They're going to tell us more than anything. We got the Rider Waite Smith deck, illustrated by Pamela Coleman Smith. She's very interesting. You should Google her. She was an artist. She was like a gypsy, Romany English type artist. I think she was a tarot reader too, or she looked like it in like whenever the pictures I was reading about her and stuff. All right. Enough of me rambling at almost 3 o'clock in the morning. Nancy. 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 All right. Nancy, Nancy, Nancy. 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 Okay, yeah, I got 6. All right, let me put these over here. Oh, and just a random thought that crossed my mind whenever I was learning about um, the psychology, whenever I was doing it. Freud or one of the other psychologists, psychiatrists, whatever, they have a theory that you don't get your wisdom till you're 65, like your wisdom, like your smartness till you're like 65 or older. So I have 20 more years before I'm wise. All right, let's pull out the big guns. I'm rambling again. The King of Cups. Okay, so you've got men. That's the third man that's like popped up. And cups are about water, emotion. Cups represent Cancer, Scorpio, the water signs. He rules your emotions. Hold on, let's get him pulled up and let's take a deeper dive. Of course, you can always go to my website to dive deeper. I only go over the main points because if I went through everything, we would be here forever. Now I lost my spot. Oh shit. Where did it go? Alright. King of Cups. Let's deep dive into him. At least this one ain't that bad. The King of Cups is one of the most influential cards in the suit of cups. He represents creativity, emotion, and unconscious. The card shows the ability to restrain one's emotions and be fully in charge of your feelings and impulses. Therefore, the King of Cups represents a balance between the intellect and emotions. He indicates that there is a strong relationship between understanding and feeling. In a general context, the King of Cups tarot card represents kindness, compassion, and wisdom. That's so weird. We just talked about wisdom. The Minor Arcana card can indicate that you will be finding the balance. We talked about the High Priestess of Air, the balance between your mind and your heart. You will learn to control your emotions and find the wisdom to accept what you cannot change. You should be gaining a deeper level of emotional maturity when this card appears. You will become calmer, more sympathetic to others, and tolerant. Like all the Cup Court cards, the King of Cups signifies emotion, creativity, artistic ability. Well, you've got all of that. And intuition, but in a more balanced form. And then that goes on as a person, blah, 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 all this stuff. That one's spot on for you. And the Magician. I love this one. The Magician gives you everything he gives you the tools to succeed. He's got the chalice, the pentagram, the sword, the wands, everything to give you the tools to conceive. You don't want to conceive, to succeed. In the story of the tarot, it's the fool, then the magician, because the magician's giving the fool everything he needs to succeed on his journey. So I love this one. Let's deep dive into the magician. The magician's actually one of my favorite cards, and if I ever got a tattoo of a card, it would probably be the magician. I'm like starving, but I'm definitely not going to fix me anything. After this one, I'm going to bed. After yours, and then I'll just get up in the morning, do the four others, then start advertising. And keep an eye out. I think I may run some specials. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. And if you know anyone that needs a reading or if you need a gift card, anything like that, send them my way. All right. Well, if I can learn how to work a computer. The magician is the representation of pure willpower, the power of the elements and suits. He takes the potential innate in the fool and molds it into being with the power of desire. He is the connecting force between heaven and earth, for he understands the meaning behind the words as above, so below. That mind and world are only reflections of one another. Remember that you are powerful, create your inner world, and the outer will follow. When you get the magician in your reading, it might mean that it's time to tap into your full potential without hesitation. It might be in your new job, new business venture, a new love, or something else. It shows that it's time to take action, that the time to take action is now, and any signs of holding back would mean missing the opportunity of becoming the best version of yourself. And I think we talked about that earlier too. Certain choices will have to be made, and these can bring great changes to come. Harness some of the magician's power to make the world that you desire most. I'm kind of thinking that you might feel a little bit trapped too. The Knight of Wands, creativity. He gives you the power to creativity. He is an action taker. He is wanting you to be creative. And of course, you're going to get that card because you're an artiste. You are an artiste. I wish I was. I took an art class and I really liked it. I made a 93. That was my final grade. But it was mostly writing and stuff because we had to go to an art gallery. We had to analyze pictures, compare and contrast, all of that. And I enjoyed that. But as far as like drawing or clay, pottery, I can't do none of that. So let's go to the suit of wands. And wands are about creativity. Or they represent creativity. They represent the creative side. The Knight of Wands symbolism is straightforward. When he appears, it means a great time to get away and travel. The person should feel charged up and full of life. One is also ready to get things done. He is adventurous and can find fun things to do no matter where he is. There is never a dull moment when the Knight of Wands is around. When the Knight of Wands shows up in a reading, it seems to suggest the seeker wants to complete important tasks. Well, you're always on the go and doing stuff. One wants to impress others with one's knowledge and skills. The card also shows up when the person is planning to move to another place of residence. Huh, are you planning to move? If you are starting a creative project, which you're always starting a creative project, then you should do so with lots of energy and enthusiasm. However, you should balance it with realistic and well-rounded views. You should also have a plan that takes into account the consequences of your actions. Girl, that risk came up, like we've talked about consequences of actions. Remember that. Um, the Knight of Wands indicates that things are going better than you expected, and any ventures you have taken are likely to be more successful than you hoped. So, whatever you're planning, I hope it is successful. You should be full of energy, enthusiasm, and confidence, and should be feeling fearless and brave when it appears in your tarot reading. That's also came up. The warrior spirit came up, and Mars, like be brave, strength. We're getting the repeating messages, so I like that. You're getting the same messages over and over. The minor arcana card signifies getting things done and finishing what you start. However, this card tells you not to be hasty. Don't rush in without thinking. We've discussed that too, along with the risk card. And just expect things to work out. It is also a card of free spirited adventure, travel, and moving country. So you travel, and you're free spirited, and you always go and do stuff. This is your card. Like, legit, this is like you in one card. Ah, King of Pentacles. Capricorn, Taurus energy here. Sugar Daddy of the Tarot. It's raining pentacles. This is a card of abundance, luxury, wealth. Love it. Let's get him pulled up. And of course, pentacles are going to pop up because it's Capricorn season. And Capricorns are all about that money. When we meet the King of Pentacles, we feel immediately his regal and generous presence. He is a provider and a protector. Okay, so that's come up too. The warrior Mars. There's a manly figure. He is a provider and protector, for under his care is a flourishing and abundant kingdom where its citizens are prosperous and encouraged to grow. He is naturally responsible and reliable, and though the wisdom granted to him by his suit and through the wisdom granted to him by his suit, he has grown all that he has acquired from practically nothing. To see him in the cards is to envision success, one that was won by earnest work. This card reminds us to stay in control of our energy and resources in pursuit of a larger goal. So you do have some kind of project, business venture, or something going on. Um, when it comes to work, the King of Pentacles may refer to a more established man who will play a significant role in your career. This man can be wise and rational, but he may also be careless when passing judgment. He can be your biggest supporter, but be prepared to receive unsolicited and harsh criticism. In love, this can indicate that the person you've been waiting for can come along and will love you for who you are. With regards to finances, the King of Pentacles is one of the best cards to receive. This may mean that your financial situation is stable as a result of your wise investments and hard work. In case you are taking a gamble, be sure to initiate a calculated action. All right, we got two more to go. Okay, we're getting better. That Oracle deck was starting to worry me. Okay, we can deal with the Four of Cups. This is about daydreaming, being out of touch with reality, manifesting, trying to get things moving, pushing some ideas forward. Yet again, we got some creativity going. So let's get the Four of Cups up. You have a creative spread. You always have a creative spread. I love it. All right, the Four of Cups tends to appear when you're feeling discouraged and unmotivated. You may feel as if there's no solution or way forward in your situation. Life has become stagnant and nothing seems to make you happy or passionate. And I think that goes back to the risk card too, where it says don't do things out of boredom. So remember that. You're feeling apathetic regardless of what happens, whether the day is good or bad, none of it matters to you. Um, the Four of Cups commands a self evaluation of your attitude so that you can pull yourself out of this rut. The solution is likely right in front of you. The hand, if you can even see it in this shitty camera, I lost it. Where I lost my spot. Whoosh. Where did it go? Okay, the Four of Cups commands a self evaluation of your attitude so you can pull yourself out of this rut. The solution is likely right in front of you. The hand is offering you a way out, but you release yourself out of your mental stubbornness and deploy a new approach. The Four of Cups tarot card can represent missed opportunities, remorse, or regret. It can also signify becoming self absorbed due to depression, negativity, or apathy. The Four of Cups can indicate that you are feeling bored or disillusioned with your life. That's why you needed the Knight of Wands to bring you some adventure. Um, you may be focusing on the negative or feeling like the grass is greener on the other side. You may feel like you have lost your passion and motivation for life. Okay, that's why the Knight of Wands has come into play. When this minor arcana card appears in your tarot spread, it comes with a warning to be mindful of the opportunities or offers available to you. You may be inclined to dismiss them as insignificant now, but you could realize later that they would have led on to amazing things. The Four of Cups can also represent feeling nostalgic, daydreaming, or fantasizing. Okay, I just looked at something here. You got the Magician to give you the tools. The Knight of Wands popped up for your creativity. Then you got the King of Pentacles. And then you got the Four of Cups. So this is telling you to go, do something, to move, to venture. We got one more card left. And then you have the Knight of Cups. So you got Cups. The Knight of Cups, he's about romance. He's the most feminine. Um, he's the most feminine of the knights. He's romantic. He's emotional. Um, so let's see what else we can dig up here. So you got two knights. And then you got the warrior Mars. You got a lot of male energy. Because the only feminine energy you had was the earth and the high priestess of air. Everything's been male. Alright, so Knight of Cups. Let's get him pulled up. Everything's male. You got a really big male energy around you. Well, if I could learn how to scroll. Okay, the Knight of Cups. A knight rides on a white horse and holds out a golden cup as if he bears a message from the heart. Over his armor, the knight wears a cloak covered with images of fish, the symbol of water, consciousness, and creativity. So you got creativity coming up again. His helmet and boots are winged, a symbol of an active and creative imagination and an appreciation for beautiful things. Lord, if that isn't you. Like, these cards are describing you perfectly. The truth is that the Knight of Cups is the most feminine amongst all the Knight's cards in the tarot. It's important to note, though, that this doesn't even slightly suggest that he is any less worthy of a knight. It implies that he is in proper touch with his emotions and his intuition and that he uses them for his own well being. And during his many romance and seduction quests, he is usually quite attractive and charming to others, regardless of their gender. The Nine of Cups tarot card can represent proposals, offers, good news, and invitations. There's some kind of business venture or something coming too. And I hope you aren't having marital problems, but that oracle deck was like giving me that. There's something there. The news or offers he brings usually carry with them a lot of excitement. They are all kinds of offers or news that we receive. Are you trying to sell your house too? I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there. Um, Knights as action takers, and as such, this minor arcana card can be an indication that now is the time to take action and follow your heart. So all these cards are telling you the same thing. Um, the Knight of Cups can also signify gentleness, affection, and warmth. It can also represent grace under pressure or diplomacy. So you may find yourself acting as a mediator in resolving any disputes or conflict. So the conflict and disputes come up again. So, all right, we rebounded from the oracle cards. The oracle cards wasn't too bad. But everything else, your creativity, you've always got a creative spread. I love that. There's some news coming, a big venture, business, something like that. Get out of your rut. We got a new year coming. Wipe the slate clean. Go conquer the world. And you may be in the middle of a conflict, but you got a lot of masculine energy around you. The magician's giving you the tools to succeed. The Knight of Wands is giving you creativity. The Knight of Cups is giving you creativity. The King of Pentacles is giving you fortune and finance. So we rebounded. So maybe the oracle cards are in the past, and then we're gonna go good for the future. I hope so, because them oracle cards. But you do have a warrior spirit, so remember that one. But anyway, I'm going to quit rambling. It's not quite been an hour, but I am tired, and I think we've got a lot of answers. You've always got the most creative spread, and I absolutely love it. Thank you for letting me read for you. Send anyone my way. And I hope you have a Merry Christmas, Happy Yule, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, New Year, Feliz Navidad. And I really hope your pups get better, which I know, but I do. We're going to hope and pray that they get better. And, well, I'm going to get this uploaded and send it to you, and then I am going to bed. I hope you have a good night and happy Christmas Eve, as Phoebe Buffet would say. Oh, and it's 3:07 a.m., and I am closing this one out. Bye.